Here's something I'm starting to notice on these shows and with a lot of these truth tellers, targeted individuals. The ones basically coming out on television so that they could be led to the slaughter because they're outing their own selves. You know, a lot of these people and entertainers and people who want to get in front of the screen and tell their stories, what they don't share with you is their part. They're quick to share the victimization of them, but are they willing to accept the accountability of what they have done or are still doing? You see, I watch the irony in some of these people out here talking about how they're overcomers of certain abuses, and then they leave out that they still talk to those people that are fucking dogs and eating shit and much more. Don't ask me how I know, but I do with proof. But that's not the point. The point is, don't claim to be for the people and for the healing and telling the full truth if you're not willing to accept your part in it. See, that's where accountability comes in, because for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? So, back away from the bullshit. Start a new life. Get away from the old people. Now, I realize that could be easier said than done because you can't always get rid of people in your life. Sometimes there are contractual obligations. Sometimes there are familial ties. Whatever. There's a lot of different reasons people choose to stay in the situations they're in. I'm just looking at some of these people who are victims and saying, okay, great. Where's the accountability, though? Let's get over being a victim, accept our own mistakes so that we could avoid in the future the continued victimization of us. Don't contribute to it. Don't say you're not involved in it if you're still reading tarot cards. Don't say you're not involved with it if you're still hanging out with devil worshippers and practitioners of the deep, dark, occultic arts. See, a lot of people could bust out some of these so-called truth tellers. See, I grew up in this shit too. So, although, you know, I have been a victim of a lot of stuff myself, I hold myself accountable for my actions. I hold myself to a higher degree to where when bullshit comes my way, I can say, you know what? Don't bring that to me. I'm above that. You know, you don't have to be rude to people if you don't want to be their friend anymore. You could just choose no contact. Just distance yourself. Don't claim your victimization. Don't claim to be a victim when you could be an overcomer. See, a victim is still going through the traumatic abuse, either because it's mentally in their mind or they're repeating cycles or hanging out with people who are still doing these satanic rituals. Now, I know some of you are watching my video who are still involved in this. And my goal is just to shed light to some of this stuff so that you could take a deeper look at your own self. Do the shadow work. I'm doing the shadow work for myself. I'm not talking down on anybody. I'm simply talking, holding yourself accountable. Be accountable for your actions. Because if you're a victim forever, guess what? You're part of the problem because you're continuing the cycle. Let's break chains, people. Let's really start fresh. Let's really get a hold of where we're supposed to be in life. Don't talk about it, be about it.